a marketplace in our industry that was very broken. A lot of supply chain issues, a lot of corruption and illegal trade.
We are back at the Supermoon Builders House with AmmoCrypt. I have here Rich, the co-founder and CEO. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I would love to start with your background. How did you start into crypto?
Well, crypto, like everybody else, probably relatively not too long ago. First real experience with crypto was about 6 years ago. But prior to that, my brother and I co-founded a ammunition manufacturing company. We specialized in making specialist ammunition, mainly for militaries and law enforcement around the world. And that was where we really decided to start the AmmoCrypt project from.
How did the idea come about? Do you remember that day? How did you come?
Yes, very well. Well, it started as kind of a series of events. And I would say at the end of the day, we were seeing a marketplace in our industry that was very broken. A lot of supply chain issues, a lot of corruption and illegal trade, things like that were going on. And we were looking for a solution. And really, at that time, Ethereum and smart contracts were starting to come into play, and some of the promise that was held by those new technologies we saw as a potential solution for our industry. But we really needed some of the layer 2 solutions, the ability to process smart contracts faster at a much lower cost. And so really within the past few years was really when we decided to go at it full force to develop what we now have today.
Mm-hmm. For everyone listening, how does it differ from other solutions?
Yes. Well, in our industry, we're really the only one doing anything like it. So what it essentially is a community-based distributed minting protocol where our participating manufacturers are able to access our system, mint tokens, what we call our caliber tokens, and they are asset-backed. Each token has a round of ammunition backing it. Those can then be traded on the marketplace, and ultimately when an end user decides they want to have ammunition from the ecosystem, they go to our smart contracts, purchase the tokens, and then are able to withdraw them under a KYC process. So we have complete transparency from the manufacturer all the way through to the end user.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the key features that your users really like?
Well, so we really have two different groups of users. So if we first focus on our manufacturers, they like the system because they get really two things. They are able to sell their product at generally at a higher price and get a faster return on their cash. So obviously, you sell a mint and sell a token, you're being paid immediately for that token versus traditional distribution. They could be looking at much longer payment cycles generally, and so they're getting the benefits of higher margins and better cash flow. For our end users, they're getting essentially immediate access to the product. If the token exists, that means that there is an equivalent quantity of product in our ecosystem that's deliverable at that particular time. They also have very transparent pricing. The market's determining the pricing at any given time. And then really also, generally speaking, they're not being taken advantage of by, let's say, unscrupulous middlemen and intermediaries that oftentimes create a lot of disruptions in the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. The market seems to be picking up now, which is quite exciting.
Absolutely.
What are you excited about?
Well, as AmmoCrypt, so we've been in stealth mode really for about a year now in development, and this year, within the next 1 to 2 quarters, is really when we've just come out of stealth mode. So we're starting our public marketing campaigns really within this past month is when we first started. So this is our first real crypto conference out of stealth mode, so to speak. And over the next 6 months, we'll be launching our utility tokens as well as our asset-backed tokens to the public. So we're really excited about that.
Sounds really exciting. We're here at ETH Denver. Like, what brought you to ETH Denver? What are you looking for at the moment?
Well, for us, it's all about exposure and reach. We're looking to get our name out, to find partners within the industry in a number of different fields. It's been absolutely amazing to experience the energy of the conference and meet with other founders and builders to see what they're building and just see how much energy and enthusiasm there is for the Web3 crypto community overall. It's just been absolutely amazing to see what's out there now.
And with the all the issues around regulation in the U.S., do you focus on the U.S. market? Which market do you?
So we are initially we are focusing outside of the U.S., but we are in the process of gaining regulatory traction within the U.S. for the U.S. consumer market, because ultimately that is our there are approximately 100 million gun owners in the U.S., actually a little bit more than that. Ultimately, our goal is to try to access those firearms owners as potential candidates for seeing a benefit for using crypto. That's really what we're ultimately going to do. But obviously, to do that, we have to be fully compliant with U.S. regulations.
Mm-hmm. Well, people have been dealing with crypto for a long time now. Some of the long running like users. Do you see more expectation in terms of features, in terms of like functionality? Are users becoming a little bit more demanding compared to before?
Absolutely, I think so. It seems like what I'm seeing in the in our space and dealing with users and the people that are likely to be early adopters for our platform is that they're looking for much more complete financial solutions than what maybe the generations of tokens that were maybe 1 to 2 generations earlier. They're looking for a lot of contract logic flow in their systems. They're looking for kind of an end-to-end solution, ease of use, ability to earn passive income, whether it's staking or something similar to that, easy on and off, fiat on ramps and off ramps. So yeah, I think the challenges as a builder and developer to deliver a complete solution has probably never been greater, but also the opportunities have never been greater.
Do you see any opportunities with new technologies emerging, like the use of AI and so on?
I definitely think so. There's a lot of AI, I think, definitely from, say, maybe bringing liquidity and market making to the space. I think AI might be a great solution for some of that. And obviously, when we, as an industry, go to the next level, having tighter spreads on trades and better liquidity, things like that's ultimately going to be something that I think the industry needs as a whole, and AI is probably a good solution for that in some spaces. But really, I think in a lot of different ways, the fate of AI and the fate of crypto are pretty much at this point pretty well joined.
Mm-hmm. And like in the long term, like what is the vision for AmmoCrypt? Like in say like 4 or 5 years, like what are you aiming for?
Well, ultimately, we want to be the way of the preferred method of distribution of ammunition in the world. We feel like what we're offering has some benefits over the existing methods of production and distribution, and ultimately we think that by delivering an ecosystem that has an end-to-end solution and also has availability of access to capital, liquidity, the ability to trade in and out of different types of tokens very, very efficiently, we think we can be the within that 5-year time frame. We hope and expect to be the dominant means of distribution in the world.
Mm-hmm. And for everyone listening, how can they learn more about AmmoCrypt?
Well, I would say, first and foremost, our website's ammocrypt.io. I'd say over there and check us out. We, in addition to that, we're definitely going to be hosting some new events. We'll be at Consensus there. So if if you're in the industry, come see us. We'll be with the Supermoon people. So shout out to Supermoon. But yeah, we'll be there. And yeah, look us up online. We're on Telegram. I'm on LinkedIn. Let's see, Twitter, X. So yeah, we've got all the socials there.
All the socials. Rich,